Fantastic. Hello there, Master Hellish here, and welcome to my OpenTTD Series 5 Let's Play. Oh, I've really been looking forward to this one. It's been in the works for a while now, and I know a lot of you have been asking about it too, but it is finally here. For those of you who are new, welcome to the channel. I'm Master Hellish, and I do lots of different YouTube videos, including OpenTTD, and I also do Twitch live streams and events and all sorts of things with my viewers and games. So if you want to check that out, I suggest you head out to masterhellish.net, my website, and on there are links to my different YouTube channels, my social media, and all the news and info about me. The link for that is in the description, along with a few other useful links. So that's me. What is this? This is OpenTTD. For you, those of you who don't know, it's a sandbox simulation kind of transport game where you manage a transport company, build a transport company, and it can get quite in depth, but the basics are pretty easy to pick up. If you're new to it, I highly recommend you check out my tutorial series. In my tutorial series, you can find out how to download it because it is a free game. That's what open in OpenTTD means. The TTD comes from the original game name, Transport Tycoon Deluxe, and this is a remake, an open source one. So you can get the game for free, view my tutorials, and come and join in at any point. So that's what the game is, and that's what I am. What's this series going to be about? Well, in front of us here we have a town called HellishVille, and in that town there is 799 people. But that's not going to stay like that. Oh no. This series is a city builder series. We're going to build this town up bigger and bigger and bigger, as big as we can, before we run out of game time. And there's a few other things as well. There is also some other industries around. Look at this here. We've got a chemical plant, and we've got, well, it's an oil refinery, that's fine, a fertilizer plant, and that's because we've got the furs mod in. So we've got different industries and a growing town objective. Now, if you don't know how to install all this sort of thing or want to set up this game, then that is not a problem, because this series is not only a Let's Play from me, but it's going to have involvement from you guys as well. I'm going to give you the maps and the tools to be able to play along and maybe even race me, beat me, show me the different ways in which you guys would nail this challenge. So that's what we're going to do. So before we go on and start the game and talk a little bit about the objectives and how to play the city builder and getting into the main bulk of it, let's just do a quick recap of how you set this game up to play along. So if you want to play along, the first thing you need is OpenTTD version 1.7.1. This is the version of the game that was stable when I started this series. You can find it in the link in the description, along with links to everything else you need. Go to the link, go to the website, download and install the game if you haven't already got OpenTTD 1.7.1. If you wish, you can install that version and any other version as well. Just install it to a different location. You can play the two different versions. Next, you'll need the OpenTTD scenario save, and you can get that from the Master Hellish website on the downloads page. Again, the link is in the description of the video. You go to download this file here, the Master Hellish Let's Play Series 5 Scenario. Download that and add it to your scenarios folder, which is usually inside your My Documents, and then there's an OpenTTD folder in there and a scenarios folder in there. Once you have OpenTTD 1.7.1 and have downloaded the scenario, the only other thing you need to do is download the script. So go to check online content, and you can put simple in the search, and you need the game script Simple City Builder. Tick this box, which is a circle on my screen, and click download. Once you've downloaded that, you don't need to select it or configure any settings. It's all in the scenario save. So once you've got OpenTTD 1.7, downloaded the scenario and put it in your folder, and you've downloaded that game script, all you've got to do is click play scenario. Choose the scenario that you downloaded and load. And there you have it. you have OpenTTD and the Series 5 Let's Play ready to roll. One optional extra is you can download the zBase graphics pack, and you can do that in the Check Online content as well. If you want a tutorial or know more about that, check out the video on my channel. The zBase graphics pack just makes things look a little bit better, gives better textures to roads and buildings in the default items in the OpenTTD game. And that's it, you're ready to play along. So, whether you're going to sit back and watch or join in, it's time to get cracking and play the game. Here is HellishVille, and this is the town we're going to grow. Now, we could be growing any town on the map, but this is the one that we're going to be doing for this particular challenge. You can see we've got quite a few towns around us. The map is a very big map. It's a 2000 by 2000 map, and we've got a fairly nice flat starting area. Now what we're going to have to do first of all is set up our company, so let's do that. Let's get a new face. Let's get a male face like mine. Blue eyes? Got anybody with blue eyes? Blue eyes? Any blue eyes? I'm blue eyes? He's probably got blue eyes behind those shades. That's me in a shirt and tie. Why not? Colour scheme, well, I actually want to be red in this game, so let's set red. And I am not P. Gribble, I am Master Hellish. Brilliant. Okay, let's click OK on that. Company name, not Master Hellish Transport, it is indeed Hellish Inc. Brilliant. Okay, so that's that done. Now, what you need to do to tell the script which town you're building is you need to you need to build a HQ. Okay, you can see here that we're getting the messages saying place your HQ in a town with less than 800 population to claim it. You can't claim cities. Now it says the game has ended, and it says you've won with 0 population. That's just because we're playing in a single player game, and we can dismiss that message. Right, so we need to place our HQ in HellishVille, so let's do that now. Let's pick a spot over here. That'll here, there. Yeah, let's put it over. I feel that will probably count, won't it? No, let's put it here. It's inside HellishVille. Just unpause the game for a moment there to put the HQ in. Brilliant. Now that we've put our HQ in HellishVille, that will claim the town. And there's now 2 new buttons up here on the main bar. It's there before you put your HQ in, but they're new because of the script. You've got a storybook, which we'll look at a little bit later, and you have some goals. Now there's no goals there yet because you need to put a HQ in a town, and then at the end of the month everything will refresh. Now if we look in the storybook and click next, it will tell you city builder requirements, and if you click on the HellishVille itself, it will tell you the town is not growing. The town will only grow if you're meeting these requirements. So from 0 population you need to deliver passengers to your town. From 1,000 population you need to deliver mail, 2,000 food, 3,000 goods, 4,000 fruit. From 5,000 population you got to deliver petrol to your town, and from 6,000 building materials, and then at 7,000 population plus you need to deliver alcohol. So that is how the game's going to pan out. Now we're quite early on. At the moment it's the 1st of January 1940, so if you look at the available trains, we've got the A4 steam train is probably one of the best trains that we've got at the minute. Let's have a look. The Jubilee, not quite as reliable, although a lot cheaper to run. Yeah, run it. Well, they're not that much cheaper to run. A little bit cheap, quite a lot cheaper to buy though, to be honest. And what we need to do, as you can see in this screen here, we're going to need to deliver lots of passengers in order for the town to grow. And that's going to be our first target. So what we're going to do is going to put down a couple of stations, and we're going to link up a passenger service so that our town can grow. Now, first thing is deciding on a starting place. Now, it doesn't matter about picking up passengers from HellishVille, so the placement of the station doesn't matter too much, but in terms of making profit, it will matter. For this series, I'm going to use platform length 6, and I'm also going to go into my signal settings, and I'm going to change the signal distance to 3 so that I have regular signals along my track. Now, let's see where we can put this station. I'm going to just put a 2-track station in to begin with, and I'm going to think I'm probably going to expand it this way. So we'll put it there for now. Just unpause the game for a moment. There we go. And we're going to build a track between HellishVille and somewhere else. Now if we zoom out, there's a couple of towns around here. One an island there, quite a big one over there, so maybe we can incorporate that later. Nothing over here, that's just a hill. So let's get a couple of these towns linked up. Let's put a nice big station in over here, something that's going to capture lots of people. So let's say that's not too bad. If we put it there, that's quite good capture. If we get rid of this piece of road over here, oh, hang on a second, there we go. Get rid of this piece of road, we can put a station in there. That is going to do us a good one. There's a good station at Slimeway. So the reason why I'm pausing the game so much is this is a little bit of a race. We want to be able to grow our towns as much as possible, and I don't want a lot of time to pass whilst I'm looking around and figuring out what I'm doing towards the beginning of the game, because I don't want the town to not grow, because it checks for its requirements every month. You'll see a little bit more about them at the end of the month of January and when we go into February. Now, we've got a couple of pop-up messages. It says, you can check your town required cargo list on the story page, and it says we claimed HellishVille, and it's also popped up in the news. So we can close those messages, and it's kind of lying because it's not refreshed yet. It'll refresh at the end of the month. So we've got a station in HellishVille. I think we probably could do with a station down here in Nudtown as well, although getting good catchment's difficult, because that would be good catchment if it wasn't for the hill, and I don't really want to move that hill. That would be good catchment as well, again, if it wasn't for the hill. So if we come off from the hill and go down here, that's poor catchment, and yeah, that's not very good catchment either. So we might have to just put it there. That's not too bad, actually. We get everything that side of the main road. I would like it closer, but no, we're going to have it there. Okay. Oh, the land isn't flat. Okay. Yeah, that's difficult because I want a good start in that town. We need to bring in lots of passengers to get things going. We could, of course, build over here, but that would require a long piece of track, and we haven't got a lot of money. We can take out the maximum loan if we hold control and click borrow. We now have the full £3,000 loan. By the way, if you're not playing in the pound currency, it's probably best to change it in the game options and just change your currency units. That way we're all looking at the same currency. We'll change it all to pounds. Yeah, I think what we're going to do is we're going to have to put it... Oh, this is difficult because it's really, really bad catchment in any other place. We're going to have to put it there. Oh, hang on a second, I just noticed. If we get rid of this piece of road, just one piece of road, we can put the station in. Oh, that's much better coverage. Oh, that's brilliant. I'm quite happy about that. So what I want to do is I want to bring lots of passengers in. I'm not sure I'm going to do anything from Dranningville. We need to get, I think, what was it? The requirements are... Let's have a look at the requirements again. 200 passengers per 1,000 population. So we've got about 800 population, so that is 4/5 of 200. So you're looking at about 160 passengers we're going to need to bring in every month. That's a lot of passengers. What we'll probably do then is we'll go down here and we'll put a station in at Granningwell as well. Can we get one there like that? That's not great coverage, but it's not terrible coverage either. If we put it here, can we put it there? That's not good coverage. We'll put it there. Okay. Oh, there's a bit of road there. Let's get rid of that little bit of road. And there, right. So now it's time to get these stations all linked up. Now I'm going to flatten this piece of land, but only because it's in the way of the junction near the train station and the signals. We're going to then not worry too much about land. At the beginning, it's all about satisfying the requirements as quickly as possible. So what we're going to do is we're going to do that outside of each station. Now, because they're terminus stations, they don't need signals on the end of the platforms. What they will need is signals going into the track. I'm going to use the standard signals. I'm not going to use the semaphore signals, and I'm going to use path signals everywhere. I know some people say that if you use a lot of path signals, it slows your game down. I've never really experienced that. I think you'd have to have a pretty humongous game or a pretty terrible computer, or both, for that really to affect you. So we're just going to come straight down here with our railway line like that. Brilliant. We're going to connect it up to this piece of line here. Like I said, we'll make it more efficient in the future. We're not too worried about that just yet. That river's in the way. It's going to have to be deleted. It's going to be expensive. Doesn't matter right now. There we go. We're not even going to be putting any trees in. That's right, folks. No trees just yet. That's overshot, so let's get rid of that and bring the land back just enough so we can come down and join it up. That is 2 stations joined. Let's bring this station in the mix as well. Again, with the junctions at the moment, I'm just going to do what's quick and easy and what works. So let's do that, because we know that they're only going to be going from Nuntown to HellishVille. And this one here, do we connect it up there, or do we bring it into the back and tell it to go straight through? I don't know, and I don't really want to spend too much time thinking about it. So we're going to come to here, and then we're going to do a diagonal to there, and we're going to go around the town. I want to go just a little bit more diagonal, please. One more so we can get past this house. There we go. Brilliant. And then we'll connect this up here as well. 1, 2 in there. This needs to come down so I can do it. Yeah, may as well do that. There we go. Right, and bam. Right, okay, now signals quickly. So we've got signals at the end of the platforms there. We've got them at the end, not platforms, sorry, at the end of the junctions. At the edge of the junctions, we're going to do trains driving on the left, the only correct way to do it. And then we're going to put signals coming out of HellishVille. There we go. Out of Nugtown East, out of Slanway, holding down control and dragging to get those signals all the way along the line. And we're nearly there. So now we've just got this middle section here with no signals. Put a couple of signals in and bam. When it comes to junctions, you shouldn't have signals on the exit, so we take that one off there, that one off there, and that one off there, allowing trains to clear the junction. We'll look closer at junctions and making good junctions later in the series. We're going to try and I'm going to do it a little tutorialized, this series, not massively. I mean, I do have a tutorial. Right, there we go. Tracks built. Let's pause. Yeah, so I'm going to explain what I'm doing, but I'm not going to tutorial you. It's kind of a bit of a cross between the two. Right, we need some depots so we can get some trains. So we're going to go unpause the game and put a depot there. Unpause the game and put a depot there. And unpause the game and put a depot here. We're also going to put a depot at HellishVille. We'll put it there for now. We're not going to have any trains at HellishVille. We're going to get them to come from the other 3 towns first. So we're going to get that one up. We're going to go new vehicles. The A4 steam train's probably the best one we can get. So let's get the A4 with a few passenger carriages and we'll chuck a couple of mail vans. Actually, another passenger carriage. There we go. We're going to clone that train after we've done some orders. So we're going to tell it to go from Slanway. Then we're going to say go to HellishVille. And we're going to then clone the train, holding control. So train 2's got the same orders as train 1 and they're shared orders. So if we change train 1's orders, train 2's orders will also change. I'm saying change a lot. We're going to clone the vehicles that are in this depot, but we're not going to hold control so that it's not shared orders. We're going to change Slanway for Nudtown. There we go. And then I'm going to hold control and clone that. And then finally at Granningwell, we're going to clone one of these trains without holding control. Change Nudtown to Granningwell. And then clone that train. Now, we've run out of cash. That's fine. We'll just have to have 5 trains going. That'll do. We'll make sure that all the orders are going the right way. We want it to go to the first place first. So let's just tidy up this window here. Let's get rid of these depots. Let's get the train list up. Now, I want to make sure that all the trains visit the station first, and then go back to the station to get passengers. So first one's on its way to Slanway, train 3 is on its way, and then train 5 is on its way to the various different ones. Now once it's gone to the station, it will leave. We tell it to turn around and skip orders, and then turn around and skip orders, it will actually go, and it should have loaded up, but there's no passengers yet anyway, never mind. Right, let's leave it a little bit for train 2 and 4. We want some passengers to build up. We've got 64 passengers, 65 passengers there. Let's set them going. Right, brilliant. We have trains on the go. Citizens are celebrating things left, right and flipping centre. Brilliant. If we now have a look at here, you can see that we have a requirement of 159 passengers. Our goals have updated, so I'm going to pin this to the bottom, no, to the right of the screen for now. Now, it's just the end of the month. We're now in July. The town has gone 6 months without growing. We're already at July. 6 months have passed and the town has not grown at all. But we've got trains that should be bringing passengers on their way soon. Yep, train 4 from Nudtown's actually going to be bringing some passengers. We've got train 5 with 2 passengers from Granningwell? Oh, right, yeah, that's right. So let's have a look here. We've got train 1 coming in with a few passengers. That's good. Then we've got train 4 coming in with loads of passengers. We need 159 passengers in the month at least to satisfy the requirements. Now, we haven't got a lot of platforms and the junctions are rubbish, so the trains are lining up. So let's see how we're getting on with this. We're going to need we're also going to need more trains. So the good thing about this is that hopefully it's going to make us some money. That was £2,000 income. That's not too bad for a first trip because the train's not full up yet. This one's going to make £153. That's terrible. Ah, right, here you go. You can see that this is updated now, and we delivered 70. So it was another month where the town didn't grow. This train delivered a lot more passengers, £7,000 worth of passengers. We now have 29,000. How much is it going to be to clone train 5 to Granningwell? Because we need more trains. More trains, more passengers. More passengers, more satisfaction of... Let's see, clone train 5. No, we need 32,000, so we're well off the mark for that. I really want to see if we can get lots of trains in and see if we can satisfy that requirement. That train delivered £3,000 worth of passengers. That's not bad. We're coming up to the end of August though, and I don't think we're going to have satisfied it. So we did 70 in our first running month, and we've got no trains coming back just yet because they're all going back to their towns. This train here though is now pretty much full up. That we're looking good. Yes, look, brilliant. So out of a total of 8 months, our town has grown for 1 month. It says that one house may be built in, has a 52% of chance of being built in the next 0 days. I don't understand that. But we have 3 passengers in storage. What that storage means is that if you over deliver in 1 month, you can use that storage in the next month if you under deliver. but there's a maximum amount of storage you can have. I think it's 4 times the kind of required amount, so we're probably, you know, completely fine. So there we go, folks. HellishVille has started growing. In fact, there is new buildings being built over here already. We've got under construction. We've got what is it? Houses. It says there, houses are being under construction in HellishVille. Well, I hope you join me in following this series, and I hope you want to play along too. Follow the instructions at the beginning of the video if you haven't already to start your game, and I would love to know how you guys are getting on. Drop me screenshots and messages on my Facebook page, and what I'm looking to do is actually spotlight some of your maps and some of your games in this series. So we're going to be looking at viewer maps and viewer games to see how you did this and how well you're growing your towns. We're also going to be having live episodes and several other things as well. But the passengers are flowing in now, and I'm sure it won't be too long before we look at getting more people into HellishVille. That's all for now. I hope you've enjoyed this first episode. There's a lot of explaining, a lot of kind of introduction in this one. Next time we're going to be just getting on, playing the game and trying to grow that town as much as possible. Thanks for watching, take care, and if you've enjoyed it and you're looking forward to the rest, please like the video and we'll see you soon. Goodbye.